Yo guys, what is going on? It is Yatesy here. Now, I'd just like to quickly say, if the lighting is a bit poor, I'm sorry. I'm doing my best. I've got my lamp on, currently shining on my face. But today, as the title and thumbnail suggests, I'm going to be reviewing Manchester United's 2015-16 season. Now, just quickly, a couple things. Firstly, this is my opinion, so if you're watching this and you disagree, don't leave any hate. I would love to hear the feedback though. So, if you disagree with anything I say, leave it down in the comments below. Also, just quickly off topic, my computer is right here and it's fucking so loud. So if you can hear it like whirring or wiring or whatever, yeah, it's very, very loud. So apologies if you can hear that. But now, I'd just like to start off by saying that I feel like our season was okay. Given Manchester United's reputation and stuff, a lot of people probably say it's not up to scratch. But I personally feel like it wasn't too bad, our biggest problem was our consistency. Like, we started off the season with 3 wins, 3 losses. Of course, we only scored, 2 wins, 0 losses, so we started off undefeated in the first 3 games. But we only scored 2 goals in those 3 games, one of which was an own goal on the opening day of the season to Tottenham. So I feel like at the start we struggled to score, but when we brought in Anthony Martial for, what was it, like £60 million or dollars? I can't remember which one was which, but we brought him in for a lot of money. A lot of people said he was a waste, but boy, did he prove them wrong. He was absolutely unreal. He wasn't our player of the season, but I feel like he was definitely in the top 3. David De Gea obviously was player of the year. He did remarkably well again. As always, I feel like if we didn't have him in the last few years, we probably would have been battling for relegation rather than top 4. He is definitely announcing himself as one of the best goalkeepers in the world. And so Anthony Martial, we brought him in, and then I'm pretty sure we scored like 6 goals in 2 games, but we also conceded a fair few. Our defence started off quite solid as well, but when Anthony Martial came in, I feel like we started to let in a few goals. But then I think Chris Smalling really started to pick up his game. He was absolutely unreal all year. I can't exactly remember what trophy he won, which is bad. But anyway, yeah, so as I was saying, at the start of the season, we started off all right. You know, we looked pretty promising. We looked like we would have made top 4 fairly comfortably, but injuries was probably our biggest problem all year, to be fair. That definitely affected our consistency. One week we would play absolutely unreal, and then even just the slightest injury that would happen midweek or something, and we would be down the shitter. We lost Bastian Schweinsteiger for quite a while there. It took me a while to pick up on it. I remember there was like 5 or 6 games where we didn't have him or something like that, and it hit me. I was like, where the hell has he been? And I'm pretty sure in one of his first games back, he scored against Watford, which I can't remember exactly if we won that game, because as being in Australia, I didn't watch like a lot of the games. I watched a fair few, but being in Australia, it's very hard because I've got to get up at like 4 in the morning and stuff, and with school and TAFE and all that sort of stuff, it's very hard to watch it. And now my Foxtel's been taken away, so I can't actually watch any football anymore. I can only watch A-League, which is Australian professional football, once a week when that comes back. But so I'm not going to be able to watch that anymore. But yeah, from the games that I watched, yeah, I could definitely say that consistency was our biggest problem due to injuries that we suffered. We would play absolutely unreal against a team one week, and then we'd play pretty good the next week, and we'd be like, you know what, now we could pick up some form, and then we would just lose. When Anthony Martial came in, we won 3-2, I'm pretty sure. 3-1 against Liverpool, then we won 3-2 against Southampton. Then I think we had a couple 0-0 draws, which I'm pretty sure we played pretty well in those 0-0 draws, but obviously just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. But then we lost 3-0 to Arsenal, which I didn't actually watch that game, I don't think, but I'm pretty sure Arsenal blew us off the park. But that's what I'm saying, we played unreal against Liverpool. Well, we played very well against Liverpool. I didn't watch the Southampton game, but apparently we played fairly well. And then the 0-0 draws, we also played fairly well. But then Arsenal, we just went down the shitter. But and then we came back and beat Everton 3-0 the next week. So it's our problem was consistency, definitely. I don't know. I don't really know if you can blame Louis van Gaal for that. Now, I will talk more about him later, but I will just briefly say this. I personally don't think that he was the major problem. His tactics, yes, were not great, but you know what? You can never blame the manager, in my opinion. It's down to the players 100% of the time. People were saying the same thing about David Moyes, but a lot of people were also saying that it was the players. But when Louis van Gaal came in, they've just said, no, get rid of him. But personally, if we weren't linked with Jose Mourinho, I don't think that people would care so much, because if we weren't linked with Jose Mourinho, who is obviously a very well-known manager, people wouldn't care as much. But if there was no one really linked to take the job, I don't think they would care as much, because to be honest, Louis van Gaal's got us to the FA Cup final. We haven't been in the FA Cup final for God knows how long. Can't remember. But I guess you can say the Premier League is the major thing in Champions League and stuff like that. But anyway, I'll get more onto him later and my opinions about Louis van Gaal. But yeah, so as I was saying, I can't really say much more about what I was saying about our season. Consistency was our problem. Injuries was our problem. We lost Darmian a few times. I feel like he was very crucial in our first few games. He had an absolutely amazing start to the season. Then his form dropped off a little bit. Yeah, him getting injured so many times was just terrible. Obviously, Ashley Young was a good fill-in left-back, and he got injured for quite a while. He actually scored in the Bournemouth game this morning, where I am, which is good. But I feel like toward the end of the season, toward the end of the season, Valencia showed me that he just needs to go. He's not the player he used to be. I feel like, because there was a time there where they were saying he's the fastest footballer in the world. That's definitely not true anymore. I feel like with his age, he's just lost a lot. And I'm pretty sure he was injured there for quite a while. So him getting older, I think it's a sign that we need to let him go. But I feel like we should bring in another wing-back. Obviously, Luke Shaw got injured early on in the season. Every game before that game, even that game actually that he got injured against PSV, he played absolutely unreal. He was probably our best player of the start of the season, probably almost anyway. But yeah, him getting injured was very, very disappointing and very crucial to our lack of form, I think, in the next few games, because he was very good. Obviously, Daley Blind and Chris Smalling played a lot of the games this season, which is good, but also that was down to injuries and stuff. Phil Jones was injured for quite a while. Paddy McNair just didn't manage to get into the squad. We obviously sold Johnny Evans, and I think we shouldn't have sold Raphael. This may sound bad coming from me right now, but I'm not entirely sure if we sold him in the summer before this season or the season before. Can't exactly remember. I think it was this season. But yeah, I feel like we need to sign one more wing back and maybe another centre back in the summer transfer window. But centre backs, if Smalling and Blind stay fit, I feel like maybe our goals conceded didn't prove it, but Daley Blind and Chris Smalling definitely was great all season, but Daley Blind in the big games played absolutely unreal, and if those two keep fit, I reckon we could have one of the best centre-back pairings in the Premier League, because they were just both very, very good. There was a lot of doubts, obviously, with Daley Blind, with his physicality and stuff, but I think he proved everyone wrong, or a lot of people wrong. There were times where he was a bit shaky, but when he was on his game, he was really on his game. He was unreal at centre-back. I obviously would have preferred him at centre-mid at the start of the season, but again, I'm one of those people he proved wrong. I reckon he was absolutely unreal. But yeah, all in all, we probably should sign another wing-back. Ashley Young's getting a bit old, and Valencia needs to go, and Darmian's obviously very injury-prone. He got, I think 3 injuries this year. He dislocated his shoulder. I can't remember what he did against that game against Norwich. I don't really know what he did. I didn't end up finding out, but it was something to do with his leg, ligament damage or something. But obviously we are linked with Raphael Varane, or Varane, however you say it. Now, he would be a great replacement for Daley Blind, but as I was saying, Daley Blind played pretty good. I feel like we should sign a good substitute centre-back, so, someone who can fill in, who's all right in case of injuries. But Varane is just going to shut Blind out completely, but I feel like we don't need to do that. I feel like Blind proved himself this year that he can play centre back. Fixed up my camera, sorry. I was going to mention that at the start of the video. If the camera positioning is poor, I apologise. It's slipping, as I was saying, because I left my tripod at my mum's, so I can't actually use that, which is a pain in the ass. I was going to do a couple random games this week with face cam, but I can't now. So anyway, back on topic. I feel like, yeah, as I was talking about Varane, if we sign Varane, I'd be over the moon, like absolutely over the moon. But I feel like if we don't, I won't care as much because, as I said, Blind proved himself. I think that he can cope with the centre-back role. But I think we need to sign an attacking player. A lot of people obviously proved themselves. Injuries obviously killed us in a way, but it also showed that the future of Manchester United is very bright. Marcus Rashford, Fosu Mensah, who is absolutely unbelievable, Borthwick Jackson, who is very, very good, Donald Love. He only played one game against Sunderland. I think he was a bit meh, but he's got a lot of potential. I'm pretty sure there was another one who made his debut this year. I can't remember exactly who it was. James Ware, that's right. I don't remember watching him at all in the game that he played, which is I'm pretty sure against Arsenal. But apparently he's a star. But yeah, Marcus Rashford obviously came in and showed that we don't probably need to sign another striker because we've got Martial, who is now a left midfielder. He was a good striker, but I feel like at left midfield he's really good. Like, ooh, voice crack, Jesus. He could be, not saying anything, but he could be the next Cristiano Ronaldo, maybe. Maybe not that level, but he's on the lines of that. A lot of people thought back in the day when we didn't sign Eden Hazard that he could be the next Ronaldo. Now, he could still be the next Ronaldo. He just had a poor season with Chelsea because Chelsea just had a poor season overall. And I thought the same with Memphis Depay, who I'll get on in a second. But Martial could have that potential. I mean, he's got the skill, he's got the dribbling, he's got all of it, I reckon. He's got pace, strength even. If he keeps going on the way he's going, and he's very, very young, he's still only 20, he could get to that level. But if he doesn't, I wouldn't be surprised. But he will be a very, very good player in the future. Now, on to Memphis. I feel like he just needed one season to get in it. Obviously, all season he was poor. There were maybe a couple games where he played very good. There was a spell there where he was good for a few games in a row, but then his just form dropped off. I feel like if we sell him, we're not giving him a chance. We need to give him at least one more season. If he doesn't improve or he doesn't show what he's really got, I feel like we should let him go. But I feel like if we let him go now, he could be another Angel Di Maria, where he just had one bad season and then we just got rid of him. And obviously Di Maria is having an amazing season at PSG, unfortunately, which annoys me because he was utter shit at Manchester United. But I feel like Memphis, if we let him go, that could be another situation. We'll let him go to somewhere and on the cheap as well, and he'll start blowing people away because he is a very, very good player. I don't exactly know why he didn't pick up form. I mean, he's so good. He was amazing at PSV, but he just couldn't get out of his bubble. It's as if he had like first game nerves throughout the whole season, as if it was his first game for Manchester United, and he had those nerves and he couldn't break out of it. But I don't know, maybe he's just not good enough for the Premier League. Maybe he was do good in the Eredivisie, I think it is, because it's obviously not up to the standards of the BPL. Sorry if you're Dutch and I've just butchered your competition. But it is still one of the top comps in Europe, I guess, so you can't deny that. Anyway, I feel like I've rambled on for a little bit too long about that. This video will be quite long. It's already been quite long. But obviously I'm doing an in-depth review of the whole season. Now, I said earlier on, I feel like the season was an okay season. Now, obviously, we're in the FA Cup final. If we win that, I feel like it'll be a great season if we get into Champions League. Now, just let me know in the comments, guys, if you're watching this, what happens if Liverpool win the Europa League and we win the FA Cup? Does that mean third and fourth get kicked out of Champions League? Or does that mean that Liverpool do because the Europa League's higher, or what? Let me know in the comments, because that bit confused me. You know, obviously, if one of us wins, that's a different story, because Man City will be just thrown out, I'm pretty sure. Is that the case? Is that how it is? But if we both win, what happens? Do Man City and Tottenham get kicked out? Which would be hilarious, actually, because Tottenham finally make top four, and they'd get kicked out by people winning the Europa League and the FA Cup. That would be pretty funny. But yeah, just let me know that in the comments below, because that bit is the only thing that confuses me. Now, just to end off this video, I will bring in another topic, which we could probably go on for another 5 minutes. Louis van Gaal, in or out? I'm sure Manchester United lovers will be watching this video, maybe a few others, but everyone's opinion is accepted. Let me know in the comments, do you want Louis van Gaal to go or to stay? To be honest, I don't really mind. I mean, I don't know. If he goes, I may be the only Manchester United supporter in the world who would say this, but I don't want Jose Mourinho. I just don't think he fits Manchester United. His coaching style, like at Chelsea, was all park the bus and just all that sort of stuff. I mean, obviously he won the league with them, his first season there, so, you know, trophies is all what people care about. It doesn't matter how ugly you play. But I just feel like the way, I don't know, I just feel like he doesn't fit Manchester United. Of course, don't hate me if you disagree. Just let me know your opinions down below, because obviously I love feedback. I'd love to know your opinion on that topic. But I'm 50-50. If Louis van Gaal gets sacked, it wouldn't really bother me. But if he stays, again, it wouldn't really bother me. But I feel like he's got nothing else to prove. Whatever he's going to keep going on this road. It's not. He's been given, what, 2 seasons now to show what he can do for Manchester United, and it obviously hasn't been great. So I guess that's all you got to look at to decide whether a manager stays or goes. But at the end of the Bournemouth game this morning, he did say that he plans to stay, that it's obviously not his choice. The CEO and the chairman and stuff have to decide if they want to keep him on. And as said, I don't really mind if he stays or if he goes. And if Jose Mourinho comes to Manchester United, it's not going to annoy me. It's not like I'm going to stop following him, but I just personally feel like there's probably someone a little bit better who can... Well, sorry, that's a very big statement to make, because obviously Jose Mourinho is one of the best managers in the world. I don't know. If he comes, I don't care. It's much like the Louis van Gaal situation. If he comes in, I don't mind. If he doesn't, I don't mind. I just personally feel like he doesn't fit Manchester United. But anyway, guys, that is it for today's video. As said, it was quite long, but I went in sort of in an in-depth discussion about, or review of, the season. If there's anything I really left out, let me know in the comments below. Let me know your opinion on their season in the comments below. Let me know your opinion on everything I've said, whether you agree or disagree. If you disagree, don't leave hate. Just tell me why you disagree. You know, as said, I don't really mind. You know, I wanna hear your guys' opinions on the matter. Also, sorry if the camera positioning was poor. I've said I left my tripod at my mum's, so I got to work with this. I know my head keeps going out of view every now and again, but yeah. Anyway, as said, that's it for me today. I'm going to record a random game now. So yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy that when it gets uploaded. Actually, just also, to conclude this video, just let me know in the comments, guys, do you want me to do career mode now that the proper season is over? Do you guys want to see that more? Or do you feel like, because Team of the Season's out, people don't want to watch career mode anymore? Do they want to watch, Team of the Season pack openings and Team of the Season drafts and stuff like that? I mean, I can't do pack openings because I'm not loaded with money, but I can do... I can do Team of the Season drafts. Just let me know in the comments, guys, what you guys like to see when it comes to FIFA. Do you want me to just do more vlogs and more random games? I enjoy doing both of them. And if you want me to do these vlog things, let me know in the comments a topic and I'll talk about it, you know. I'll be more than happy to do that. But if you want me to keep doing FIFA, let me know what in FIFA you exactly want me to do. Whether it's career modes or online Ultimate Team stuff. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now. That's it for me today. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.